Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
A Dilworth family is blowing the whistle on a local pizza place. After digging into their pizza, they say they found green-tinted cheese and hair. When they tried to return the pizza, the family says the restaurant was dirty and the staff was rude. So they reached out to our whistleblower hotline for help. Valley News Team's Veronica Marshall investigates and has tonight's restaurant report card.
While we were eating it, I got hair in my mouth. So I spit it out to see what was going on, and then I noticed a green spot. So then I lifted that up, and there was like 4 more green spots in the cheese. Normally I wouldn't complain, but my kids got sick. I have a 4-year-old who's potty trained that ended up in a diaper all day long, as well as my sister and my husband and me.
To figure out what went wrong with the pizza, the woman, who asked to stay anonymous, says she called Moorhead's Pizza Hut, but was hung up on several times. That's when she drove over to the store and was shocked by how she was treated.
The guy was smirking back there. The lady was rude the whole time. And it was the way that they handled it. They didn't seem to care.
Her experience isn't unique. After posting about the pizza on Facebook, more families came forward with stories of their own.
If you look on my Facebook post, there's lots of people. There's at least 50 other people that had the same problem, whether it was mold or disrespect.
Clay County's health inspections team reviewed the store in November, and it found 5 violations, one of them critical. The inspector also discussed the store's policy for limiting bare hand contact with ready-to-eat food and the need for a full-time state-certified food manager. We reached out to Pizza Hut with these concerns. The company tells us the Moorhead location was inspected by a third party in mid-December and was found to be at standard, and no moldy food was found. The company also says crews are trained in proper food handling procedures and personal hygiene practices, and all stores follow the FDA's hand washing standards. In a statement, a Pizza Hut spokesperson apologized for the family's experience, saying, "The district manager was in contact with the customer the next day to confirm that we take food quality seriously and to apologize for the service she received. We are committed to doing better next time." The woman says the apology from the corporate office is nice, but it's not enough to bring back her business.
The manager didn't care. The employees didn't care. They laughed. So I won't go back.
In Moorhead, Veronica Marshall, Valley News Live.
The family has filed a complaint with the Clay County Department of Health. The Department of Health says it is investigating. If you need help investigating an issue in your community, call our whistleblower hotline, 237-6576, and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth. Grand Forks police are asking for your help finding a man who failed to register as an offender against children. Officials say 32-year-old Jordan Ray Eno failed to register and also has not had contact with his probation officer as required. There currently is an active warrant for his arrest in Grand Forks County. Eno has been known to either be in the Grand Forks or Fargo areas. Police say if you have any information, please contact them at 701-787-8000. Above zero, much better than the last few days. Hutch, it's been nice to see the temps climb as high as they did today.
Yes, I bundled up to hit the frigid air and was, well, pleasantly surprised when we were above zero. And the clouds helping to keep us warm into the evening hours here in the FM area. As we take a look at our current conditions outside, we have temperatures that are wonderful. And all in all, our conditions are expected to really not change too much. We'll see them slip from the current readings of the 20s, right now 26 in Fargo, 23 Crookston, with clouds but no precipitation over the region. We'll dip into the teens this evening by bedtime. Then as a southwest wind increases overnight, we'll see temperatures rising into the morning hours. Could see some patchy fog in some spots in the early part of the overnight hours, but that's about our main risk of weather tonight. And the warm weather will stick around for some time. I'll have details on how long here in just a few moments.
All right, thanks, Hutch. A Carlstead, Minnesota Marine is dead after being shot while on duty inside his Washington, D.C. barracks. The death of 20-year-old Riley Kuznia was reported by his mother, Markel Kuznia, who says the Marines came to her doorstep yesterday to tell her the news. A statement from the Marines confirmed the death, which took place Tuesday at about 5 a.m. Eastern Time, and also confirmed that the wound was not self-inflicted and that there was no threat to local residents, as the shooting took place on the barracks grounds a mile southeast of the U.S. Capitol. Markel says Riley was an all-around good kid who worked hard and loved life. He enlisted with the Marines in July, and his decorations include the Global War on Terrorism Service Medal and the National Defense Service Medal. Markel says she doesn't know what happened and adds that she doesn't know when she will get her son's remains. The shooting incident remains under investigation. Stick with Valley News Live for more on this developing story. A two-vehicle accident that left 2 children and a school bus driver injured this morning is being blamed on fast speeds and poor road conditions. Police say a school bus was traveling southbound on 25th Street around 10 a.m. when a pickup truck heading the opposite way attempted to turn left onto 52nd Avenue South. Police say the truck driver was driving too fast for the road conditions and couldn't stop, resulting in the accident. There is no update yet on the conditions of those who were injured. The truck driver was cited. A family in Grand Forks came home from Christmas break and found a homeless man sleeping on their couch. The man also ate all their food and trashed their entire apartment. Now the family is warning others in the area to be careful because this man could come into their locked homes as well.
As a parent, you have to protect the kids that are in your house, and when unexpected things like that happen, it's like, where do I go and how do I keep them safe?
The Grand Forks Police Department is investigating. The man could be charged with burglary, which is a felony offense. The homeless man is described as a white male who is 6'1" with a reddish-grayish beard. With snow piled up at least 5 feet tall in some places, driving through intersections in the valley can get a little dicey, making many drivers do that slow creep forward until the coast is finally clear. City officials say the tall banks are something they're working on. However, there are a lot of other problems that city workers have their hands tied with. And as more snow falls throughout the winter, tall banks won't ever completely go away.
When you get 10 inches or whatever we ended up with and that kind of wind, we're pretty much going to have to battle those conditions the rest of the winter.
Anderson says crews will continue to work around the clock for the next few weeks, taking care of as many safety concerns as possible. And although it's not clear how many accidents have happened because of tall snowbanks at intersections, Anderson says the city has not received any complaints from the police department that any specific snowbanks are too high. Later on Valley News Live at 6, what it takes to fall asleep faster. There are some things you can do. But first, they're safer than they used to be, but you still need to be careful. What to watch out for with space.
You're watching Valley News Live on TV, online, and on the go. Always on, wherever you are, whenever you need to know. Valley News Live. You're watching Valley News Live on KVLY, your hometown NBC station.
Every year before this countdown, there's this countdown. The final days of the Built for the Holiday sales event. Send 2018 off with the best savings of the year on every 2018 model on the lot. Now that's worthy of one of these. Take on the new year with a new Ford. The countdown before the countdown is on now. Get 0% financing for 72 months or over $9,000 in total savings on F-150. Only at your local Northland Ford dealer.
Attention North Dakota veterans. Did you know there is free transportation provided to veterans for your medical appointments? The service is at no cost to you and available in several highly rural counties throughout the state. Call 1-800-920-9595 or contact your county or tribal veterans service officer for further information. North Dakota Veterans Affairs, proudly serving veterans from around the state with additional resources. This message is sponsored by the Department of Veterans Affairs and aired in cooperation by the North Dakota Broadcasters Association and this station.
People need to remember that. We are new to this time period.
I want you to feel fear.
Okay, any other options? Supergirl. That's a big adjustment.
Supergirl, Sundays at 8, 7 Central on the CW.
Valley News Live at 9 on Fargo CW.
Tonight's news brought to you by Dakota Magic Casino and Hotel.
Everyone wants to stay warm during extreme winter weather like we've been having, but firefighters are urging people to be smart with things like space heaters. One of them is to blame for a fire that badly damaged a car and an apartment garage. It happened Tuesday afternoon at 18th Street and 36th Avenue South in Grand Forks. Otter Tail Power Company also has some advice if you're going to supplement with a space heater. Get one with a thermostat so it doesn't run constantly, but even then, don't walk away and leave it. Buy one that shuts off if tipped over. Don't overload the wiring. Make sure the outlet that you're plugging it into is equipped to handle the wattage of your heater, which can vary. And avoid using space heaters with extension cords. It's that time of year when we keep tissues, cough drops, and hand sanitizer on hand. Washing your hands regularly and staying hydrated are two ways to stay healthy during this time period. But if you begin to see cold symptoms, at-home remedies like honey, nasal sprays, and Emergen-C can help you get ahead of it. However, if symptoms are still occurring after 2 to 3 days, it might be more than just your common cold.
Influenza is a virus, so antibiotics aren't warranted. They will not work because it's a virus and not bacteria. Things that we can do if we see you within the first 48 hours, there is a medication that will shorten the duration of the influenza virus but not cure it.
Nelson says the influenza virus is more severe than a cold, with a high fever and body aches that begin, those being the two main symptoms.